Okay, so we're going to be talking about my absolute favorite business topic, and that is the comp plan. And it is something you're going to hear a lot about from me this year because I really feel like we tend to, in our business, focus on rank goals and the shiny things. But at the end of the day, like this is what people are going to utilize to be able to bless their families, to be able to bless other people. And so I want to lay the groundwork today. I want to share the reason why I want to do like the compound is because we started this relaunch group and the focus was to sign up one new customer every 2 weeks and to sign up a new partner every 3 weeks. And I feel like that's a pretty simple plan, but I want to show you how it can compound in this business and to show you the power of just simple consistency over time to give you a vision of what this can be. There was a training that was done by corporate. I did not get the chance to watch it to see what they did, but I did know that they covered kind of 2 of the 4 parts of our compensation plan, which was the commission side and the team bonus side. So I am going to hope that they covered them well enough that I don't have to kind of go nitty gritty on that stuff today. We'll see. I'll go back and watch it. We may have to come back to it, and I'm sure we will multiple times over. But I wanted to start this with, I'm going to do a little slideshow because I'm very visual. And start with the first things first, because anytime you are doing something with money, people have limiting beliefs, myths that they believe about money. I had these things, just so you know, like I was raised very, we had very poor parents, very bad money skills. I did not come from 2 entrepreneurs. I myself had bad money habits. I had completely gone into bankruptcy, lost my house to foreclosure, all the things right before I found coaching. So some of these things were already in my mind. Number 1, money is the root of all evil. It never said money is the root of all evil in the Bible. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's loving money above loving anything else, God, your friends, whatever. Wealthy people often do bad things to get there. And now some, but definitely not all. And that this business has opened my eyes to that over the last 13 years, to know people that are just the most incredible people in the entire world. Number 3, I have what I need. Wanting more is greedy. This is like a big Christian thing for sure, that it is wrong to want more. And in truth, it's people that are good stewards. You want them to have more. God wants you to have more because you're going to be able to give that much more back, because good people do good things with a tool that is money. Money changes people and often ruins relationships. I have not found that to be the case. I feel like money is a magnifier of who you already are. My family was never good with money, therefore I'm not going to be good with money. Yes, if you decide that that's going to be the case, but I have seen that all it takes is one person to be the person who draws the line in the sand that changes 1,000 generations. And I have been that one person in my family. I've seen since my brothers change their money habits. I know my kids will have money habits built in because I did the hard work of being the one to go first. Let's see. This is the big ones. The comp plan is too complex for me to understand, and I'm not good at math. Okay, friends, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I have a 10th grade education. I dropped out in 10th grade to take care of my dad, and I stink at math. And yet here I am, top earner at a company, did not have anything handed to me in this business, no upline, all the things. And I figured it out. Why? Because I weighed that story of like, this is too difficult, it's too hard for me to understand, I get confused, to the vision that I saw for my family and wanting to be that person that built security in our family. And so I weighed, the natural inclination to think it's too complex, it's too difficult for me to understand against where and what I wanted to provide for my family. And it might've taken me more time. It probably did. And I still probably get some math wrong from time to time, but I did figure it out. And I love learning about it because I realized how empowering it was, rather than living in this sort of learned helplessness of like, oh, I don't understand it. And you're missing out on all of these opportunities to earn, because we really do have an incredible compensation plan. So money magnifies who you are. I said that. Here's the deal. Like, imagine living completely debt-free, waking up and not feeling like I felt that elephant on my chest of all the things that I need to catch up on and the bills stacking up and all those things. Designing your ideal life, really deciding like, what would I live like if money was not this obstacle that I'm constantly trying to work around? Be able to give back to your family, to tithe and donate to the things that are near and dear to your heart, to travel and experience new things with your loved ones, support your kids' dreams, bless others, and just to have that security and freedom. It is amazing to be able to do that and to build that through this. So you guys saw the new partner word that we're switching coach out for. And I think this is going to be such an amazing change for our business because it allows people to decide what path they want. They want to take both initially and long-term. And I think a lot of people will start as the brand partner, as I have it listed here. These are not terms that are definitely built in. They're just kind of the way I'm going to divide them in this. But the idea of a brand partner is someone who they're using the product, they love the product, they want to naturally share it with other people. So why not make a kickback? This is all over the place now with affiliates. I got a Tumblr. I loved the Tumblr. I wanted to share with other people. I did. They bought it through my link. And therefore, I think I get $10 for every one of these that I sell, which is awesome. I don't plan on building a team through Stanley. I don't plan on going any further than just sharing the thing that I love. I also love a vacuum. I've made a lot of money about just selling that vacuum. I don't plan to go any further with that company than the fact that I love a vacuum and I'm sharing it with people I love. So I have on here, and this is Dare Laporta came up with these little, you might be a brand partner if, and I loved this. So you might be a brand partner if you're enjoying the products and want to continue to use them and get a discount. People are starting to ask you what you're doing and want you to share and earn a kickback. You enjoy recommending things you're loving to others, books, restaurants, movies, products. You would like to earn extra income to help cover your cost of the products at least. And you're not looking to build a significant, consistent income. And you might be a biz partner if you enjoy goal setting and working towards achieving those goals. If you're a little bit competitive and you need an outlet for it. The idea of earning trips and going on retreats excites you. We were talking in this group of us that were just chatting back and forth this morning of like, there are people that literally build this for the trips. They just enjoy the community and going on trips, and they hit Success Club consistently because they like the trips. And so I think that was a key thing to put on there. I love that she added that. And then you want to build a business with significant, consistent income. You're willing to get outside your comfort zone, work hard, and put in some time into this business because you want it to produce like a business. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to cover these tiers very much, but I did want to point out, I want to make sure people understand that with the challenge pack, there are bonuses on top of the actual commission that you can earn. So if in a 5-week period, you're to enroll 5 new customers or coaches with a challenge pack, you can receive what's called a fast start bonus. This is a $100 bonus on top of the commission. So anytime that you're looking at signing people up, if you have 5 people within that 5-week window, that is an extra $100 that is on the table for you to grab. So always keep that in mind. This year, you're going to see us switch from being like total solution pack only, to really trying to get people to understand that we have like an entire catalog, and it's going to be added to this year, of incredible products, most of which a lot of us use, but we don't actively share near enough. And so we want us all to become better affiliates, of our entire catalog and get people in the door. Like maybe they're not going to be someone who's ready to jump all in, get a total solution pack with all the things. Maybe they just need extra energy and you're going to send them energized. Or I just shared about first thing today, and I'm honest, like does not taste good at all, but the health benefits are worth it, especially if you're somebody like me right now. I cut out caffeine, so it's only got 25 milligrams. I let myself have the 25, and it's been so helpful to be able to get focus in the mornings without having energized there. So we're going to be selling more of our catalog. Next week is solely focused on sales. Like we want to train you how to be professional at sales, because We don't want you to do it in an icky way. We want you to do it in a really strategic way that marketers do, that has made all of us buy products all the time. Team bonus cycles, I'll quickly go over this, but like I said, it's covered in that other training. So team bonus cycles is income earned from the sales volume produced by the coaches below you. And this includes your own, and I'm going to say coaches, I have not changed this slide, this is old. This includes your own partners that you've enrolled. This also includes your uplines partners that they've enrolled, and anybody that your people, the partners that you have, anybody that they've enrolled. So all of those people are included. And that all creates volume that goes below. You have two legs, a left leg and a right leg. Depending on the coaches on each side, you're going to have volume underneath each, and you're going to earn a team bonus cycle for every 100 in volume total that's on one side and 200 that's on the other. And it'll switch back and forth sometimes. Like if you have 1,000 on this side one week and 200 on this side that same week, you're going to earn 2 bonus cycles because there's only 200 on the one side. So 200 divided by 100, because 100 is necessary on one side, means you're going to get 2 bonus cycles. So I know that was confusing because I'm saying this as fast as possible so I can get through this. All right, let's move on to matching. So matching bonus is any of your personally enrolled partners, any of the team bonus cycles that they earn, you're going to get 10% of. So, and not from them, Beachbody's just going to pay you a bonus on that. So let's say I'm going to take Lauren. Lauren earns $500 in team bonus cycles in a week. I am going to get a $50, 10%, $50 bonus from Lauren's team bonus cycles. It's rewarding me based on the fact that Lauren is successfully growing a team of people who are producing volume. Because team bonus cycles come from volume creation, it's a reward for that duplication that's happening within my downline. So this is something that I tracked really hardcore as I was building a team and wanted to grow my team and their income, as I tracked my team bonus cycles, because if that was growing up, I knew my team was making more income. So I could see, oh, Scotty, wow, he had a great week because I made $500 in team bonus cycles. That means he would have made $5,000 in team bonus cycles. Does that make sense? So I made 500 in matching my 10%, which means he obviously made $5,000 in team bonus cycles. This is just for instance, but it's happened. So the highest, and this starts out so small, like my first matching bonus was $1.80 or $1.40 from one team bonus cycle earned by one of my coaches. But that has ended up being a very significant part of my income. And it's the part that I am probably most proud of because it means my team is having that success. And I want to see that grow as high as it possibly can. The most that you can earn off of one coach, matching wise in a week, is $1,200. That means your coach would have maxed out our comp plan and made $12,000 in team bonus cycles in that week. This is actually possible, and it's actually happened multiple times. So just know, like, the potential of that is huge and so significant in being able to track your team's success. The next thing is quarterly bonuses. So quarterly bonuses is like a leadership bonus that they do every single quarter for the 2-star diamonds, 5-star diamonds, 10-star diamonds, and 15-star diamonds. So the way that they do it is they pull 2% out of all their sales and put it aside into this bonus pool. And then once the quarter ends, they're going to take 0.5% for the first tier, which is the 2 stars, the 5 stars, the 10 stars, and the 15 stars. They're going to divide it up amongst all the people that qualified. They're going to take another 0.5%. They're going to divide that just amongst the 5 stars, the 10 stars, and the 15 stars, depending on how many shares there are. They're going to take another 0.5% of that 2% they saved, and they're going to give that just to the 10 stars and the 15 stars. And then there's a 0.5% that's just for the people that qualified in the 15-star diamond, which is our highest rank in that category. So obviously you can imagine there's a very few people in there, so the share is big. This is an example. This one's back in 2020. But the example was for that quarter, the bonus for 2-star was $707. The bonus for 5-star that quarter was $2,806. The bonus for 10-star was $11,444, and the bonus for 15-star was $31,311. And then I broke it down weekly. But those are really amazing things to kind of have your eye set on, because if you divide it weekly, you see what that's adding to your paycheck. And it does vary depending on the sales for that current quarter and then how many people are qualifying. Now, here's the key thing about this is the way that you qualify. Obviously, those ranks, hitting those different tiered ranks, but you also have to hold it for 6 weeks consecutive within that quarter. So this, for example, is from a fourth quarter. We all have these little spreadsheets if we are in these rank categories, and we know, okay, from 11-12, I have to hold all the way to 12-17 in order to qualify for that bonus. And so you'll see this kind of come alive more as you get closer to that. But today's call is just really about showing you, okay, these are the areas of our business that you can earn in, have it in the back of your mind of what's possible. Now, I want to move forward because we were on the call the other day. Luana was on there, I know for sure. A couple of the other girls, Emmy. And during the team call for the Slay Squad, she asked goals. And everybody did what everybody's always done, which is list out their rank goals. And it was 2-star and 5-star and 1-star and all the stars. And I immediately was like, we're not going to do that anymore. Okay. I want us to get away from just rank goals. Now, rank is going to be a part of this conversation forever and always, because there are parts of our compensation plan that are not unlocked unless you hit these milestones. It's important. But the reason why we got together and we created this Road to Legacy recognition system is because I was tired of seeing people hit diamond, 2-star, these like awesome achievements, but they were built with preferred customers, people that cannot actually make sales. They only have their personal order. And they were built with a spouse that had 2 preferred customers. And it was built not on actual volume creation. It was just built to fill the holes. And that, that little diamond graph that we've all seen where it's got you, and then it's got 4 coaches, and it's got 2. We just wanted to plug and play, right? Well, if you have no volume underneath you, there's really no income to be had. And so what I would see is people hit diamond and they got a paycheck that week for like $36 because, that week their preferred customers didn't have their order go through, only 2 of them. So they got 2 team bonus cycles and that was it. I don't want that for you. Like if you're going to be working towards something, I want it to be real. Like I want it to be something that's actually going to build you a team of other people that are producing, that are then having success, which are building your success. I'm going to show you what this looks like in a second. But I refuse to play the diamond chase game this year because I want you to make money. Like I want you to know how to make money. I want you to know exactly what activities produce that. Like I want you to understand this compensation plan. So if I have to get on here every single week and show different examples and all that, I will, because I only really dove back in here to be able to help all of you hit your income goals. And so instead of just thinking of a rank goal, because those things will naturally come if you're building your income, I want you to start to think about, okay, where am I on the current road to elite? And a lot of you know where you are because we fill out the sheet a couple weeks back. And then what is it to my next one? So you want to know kind of what the next jump is, because that's exciting to push towards. It's automatic goal. Okay, I'm at legacy 17. I've made $30,000 in order to get to legacy 18. I've got to get to $35,000 with $5,000. It's a fun number to kind of reverse engineer and figure out what would it take you to get there. And I will help you with that, where this is a different training, but I will help you more in understanding what exactly that looks like. But I want you to be thinking about that. I want you to be thinking about what's your monthly income goal. I know Luana and I have talked about that. I love monthly income goals. Weekly is not, our weeks can be all over the board, right? Depending on when people's stuff comes through. But if you can think about monthly, I think that's helpful. And then I want you to think next, and this is where rank comes in, are you maximizing the comp plan rank wise? Where are you? And I'll go over this in a second, but where are you currently? And what parts of our compensation plan are you missing right now? And then what part of the compensation plan do you want to focus on unlocking next? Okay, so what does that mean? If you look on that second column, it says Emerald. So Emerald is the first thing you're unlocking that next area. So when you're just a partner, you just signed up, all you can get is the first level, which is the commission. So you're basically just an affiliate making transactions, which is fine. If that's something that somebody wants to focus on and they don't want to build a team, it is a-okay. And you can build a significant income by focusing on just selling products. But the second way that you earn income in our business is team bonus cycles. And the first time that you can unlock that is Emerald. So you not only unlock the ability to earn team bonus cycles, but even if there's not a lot of volume there yet, you start to being able to have the ability to save that volume, which is really critical for people, especially who have kind of a strong leg where their upline is placing people below them. And those people are having orders go through. Because our compensation plan has two sides, there's left and right. If there's volume over here, but you don't have it to match over here, you are Emerald, it will save that volume for as long as it takes, even years, as long as you don't go inactive, until you can match that 100 that you need on the other side. So some of you have insane amounts of volume saved. Luana, I'm looking at you. We did the numbers the other day. Homegirl's got a 7-figure savings bank going on right now. So some of you have that saved up. It's been saved because you've been at Emerald or above and you've unlocked that part. Now all you have to do is build that other side to be able to take advantage of it. The next part, the next area that you unlock part of our compensation plan is Diamond. And that's when you maximize the team bonus cycle amount. So at Emerald, you are getting paid $14 every time you get a team bonus cycle. At Diamond, you're getting paid $18 for every time you're getting a team bonus. You also up your cap. So at Emerald, you can only make $250 in team bonus cycles in a week. So if you are someone who has built that up, if you are not Diamond to get up to that $1,000 or $2,000 cap, you're going to only make the $250 even if the volume is there. So it's really important that you do work towards Diamond, but purposefully, because it's unlocking another part of our compensation plan where there's a larger cap out and you're making more per team bonus cycle. And I know it sounds like, well, it's like $4. Yeah, it is when you first begin, but it's $4. And $4 will buy you Starbucks coffee. That's valuable, okay? So don't give up money just because it's not a significant amount of money. I believe in good stewardship. I believe to whom much is given, much is required. I believe like people that will do the right thing with a little will also do the right thing with a lot. And I don't believe in leaving money on the table. So I feel like it's really important to get in the right mindset of unlocking these things as quickly as you can, while also keeping in mind the income goals that you have and why you're doing that. It's not just about plugging a hole. It's about really strategically building this in a way that's going to create depth and duplication and volume. The next one is 2-star Diamond, and that unlocks the ability to, and this is a game changer, to sign up yourself and have a second business center. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm always looking to attract someone like myself. Like I want to bring someone onto the business, one who thinks like me, who loves the same things I do, because that's enjoyable, but also because I know I'm a great coach. And if I can attract another me into the business, I can train her very easily. Well, when you sign up, when you get to 2-star, when you get yourself as a second business center, you're signing up you as a coach wherever you want and placing yourself strategically in your own downline to be able to funnel your sales underneath yourself. And I know that might be confusing for anybody who's new, but essentially, instead of me just making the 25%, 40% commission, I'm not only getting that commission, now I'm placing it in my second business center and I'm earning team bonus cycles off of it too. So I've taken up my level of percentage of what I'm able to earn on sales by being able to have myself underneath myself. I sign up an awesome coach. I place her strategically. I know she's going to be awesome. I know there's times where you sign somebody up and you think they're going to be awesome and then they're not. And you're like, oh, dang. And then there's somebody that you're signing up and you're like, they're just going to be discount. And they blow it up and you're like, oh, boy, did I post in the wrong place? I know Luanna shared that one too. This time, you know for sure you're signing up a rock star. So you get to be very strategic, and we will do all the strategy talks on a future leadership compensation plan one. But man, it can really make a big difference. So that's why a lot of times you're going to hear 2-star is the holy grail. It is the promised land because it does allow for that. It also is the first tier that you can get your first share of that quarterly leadership bonus, the Star Diamond bonus. And then it also qualifies you for the New Leader Conference, which was it in Vegas last year? Yeah, Vegas. And it also can get you qualified for Premier if you have the elite points to get there. The next one is 5-star Diamond. That earns you 2 shares of that Star Diamond bonus quarterly. It also is one of the main things that you need to become an elite coach, and obviously have to have the points that go along with that. And then it also qualifies you for leadership, which this coming year is in Phoenix, Arizona, for however many times we've been there. And the reason why none of us are sad about it, because that place is the bomb. It's like one of the best retreats that you can go to. This has always been my favorite event. And it's actually what brought me back into the business this year, because I went and I'm like, wow, I forget how incredible these people are, this business is, and how good it feels to be amongst this community, and especially be surrounded by amazing leaders. And then 10-star, you get 3 shares of the bonus, and 15-star, you get 4. I don't need to explain any more about those two because obviously they're hashtag goals for everybody. It's amazing. And once you get there, life will never be the same. By the way, did I say Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Teach Beachbody opportunity? Each coach's income depends on his or her efforts, diligence, and skills. See our statement of independent earnings. Located in the Coach Online office for more recent information on coaches' actual incomes. It's very important. Okay, so now let's get to the nitty gritty. I could have added like 700 slides to this, but I was trying to hold myself back because I don't want it to be too overwhelming for you all. But I shared this with some people about a week ago. Let me look at the chat real fast just to make sure I'm not totally missing people. Okay, cool. I shared this because I was like, okay, how do I explain this in a way of like, I'm asking you to do these activities of goal of 1 new customer every 2 weeks, goal of 1 new partner every 3 weeks. I don't need you to sign up 20 new partners. I don't need you to, have 2,000 in volume. Just what if you just did that? What if 1 week you're just leading, you're serving the table, you're serving the people at your party on social media. You're not trying to obsess about, I don't know, doing a bunch of weird social media strategies to add. You're just serving your best. You're leading by example. That was the goal of this week. Restart your journey if you had kind of fallen off. Remember what it's like when you're, in the community, that you're checking the team page, like kind of get yourself back into the water, cold plunge. And then next week, let's focus you on getting that first sale. Second week, the sale. Third week, partner. This is how our training is going to go. Like I said, next week's all focused on sales. The third week, we're going to be focusing all on recruiting partners into the business. But I wanted to show you how that works. So if you were to do that, if you were to have a new customer every 2 weeks, 1 customer, for this example, I used with a challenge pack or a TSP, one new customer every 2 weeks, 1 new partner every 3 weeks, in a total of 12 months would be 17 new partners and 26 new customers in a year. Okay. So what does that mean? In commissions from those people, you would have 2,714 from the initial order, assuming that it's either a completion pack or a total solution pack. I took the mean of both of those, and that's what I came up with that number with. So $1,073 you would make from that initial purchase from your new partners, $1,641 you would make from the new customers in that year. Next, okay. So you made that initial commission. If every month, just those people kept their home direct order of Shakeology, let's say, you would have 1,530 in team volume created from the partners, because obviously they're below you. You're no longer getting the monthly commission from them, but they're creating volume below you. And from the customers, because you still are getting the commission from them, you're going to have a total of $845. So that's an average monthly income every single month. If they were to keep their order, every month that they did, you would make an average of either $935 to $1,120. Okay, so now let's go over to the power of duplication. So let's say half of those new partners, the 17 that you recruited in the year, half of them then followed suit. They followed your lead. They add a new customer every 2 weeks and a new partner every 3 weeks like you did. So 8 of the 17, I took the lesser of the 2. Then in 12 months, you would have 136 new partners on your team. 8 partners times 17 new partners equals 136. And you would have 208 customers producing team volume. The 208 customers are from those people that were signed up below you who signed up people, okay? So that's all now, you're not getting commissions on their order, you're getting team volume. If those new customers and new partners each just had one order of 90 PV under them, those new customers and partners would produce 30,960 team volume per month. 90 PV times 208 new customers equals 18,720 TV, plus 90 PV for the 136 new partners is 12,240. So that equals the 30,000. That kind of volume equates to between $1,858 to $5,580 per month as a diamond, and depending on your placement. And the reason why there's that big variance is because some of you, like I shared, have this bank account sitting there waiting for you from the volume that's accrued since you became an emerald. You started to save anybody that was placed below you. You started to save that volume. You're in that 5,580 mark per. Okay, if you are like me and you didn't have any people placed below you because you're placed in a spot, whether your upline's not active or you're placed in a weird spot, you would be more in the 1,858. Now, I will show you in a second, while eventually that does not matter. Initially, it's like, oh, gut punch. Why is it such a big difference? Why didn't I get placed in the perfect spot? Trust me, all these things popped in my head initially as I was growing, but I promise you, long-term, it won't matter. So that income from the initial sale, the $2,714, the monthly that we talked here, I took the mean of these two, and then just those 8 people duplicating for a year, you're at $59,640 average. And I put the high and low below there, depending on where you're at, okay? That is such a small amount of people. So 17 partners over here, and then 8 of those partners doing the same. You now have a legit team, which is pretty awesome. And I think that kind of money is pretty incredible as well. For just every 2 weeks, a new customer, every 3 weeks, a new recruit. Okay, so let's go one step further just to show you duplication and the power of it. If those 8 partners that joined you, the ones that decided to duplicate, right? And they duplicated the launch strategy of enrolling a new customer every 2 weeks and a new partner every 3 weeks, had just 4 of their 17 new partners duplicate the same system, they would add $15,480 in team volume per month, which would equate to an additional $929 to $2,772 in team bonus cycles per month, which is an average of $22,206 per year that you're adding on top of the $59,000 that I had above. Now, again, minimum, maximum, depending on placement and things like that. The thing is that those two combined, we're looking at average $81,846 just duplicating half from your team and then even 1/4 from the next generation. Because I do feel like a lot of times there is attrition as things grow away from you if the leadership is not as strong. That's not always the case, because I've had leaders that come under me that are absolutely incredible and they blow me out of the water. So you just have to know that there is incredible possibilities here just with doing the basics consistently. It doesn't have to be you enrolling 10, 20, 30 people a month to actually see an income. And I think a lot of times that's the misconception that people have, like, well, I don't have a social media of 100,000 people, so therefore I can't do that. Well, if you have a social media, a few hundred people, you could find one person every 3 weeks to add to your team if you were very intentional. And some of this takes longer. It takes time to build trust. I'm not saying that, out the gates, that's whatever. But I think that it just needs to give you a visual of like, this is a game of duplication, of helping people to do basic activities, to empower them to do those basic activities. And then so that they feel confident to then go share with other people how to do those basic activities. And then they go share with a few other people, that it grows away from you versus you having to be the only one that's doing anything. And you're just trying to pop spots, fill spots of people as they leave. And so I want to say regarding this, I want to be totally honest and transparent with you. This was if everybody kept their auto ship order every single month. Is that likely? No, it's not likely. But it did not take into effect that there is a matching bonus. It did not take into effect a Star Diamond bonus. It did not take into effect positioning your second business center and placing it in a way, or having a spouse that's doing this business alongside of you. So you're strategically placing them and you're making this little ping pong machine or pinball machine that is allowing you to double dip on the volume that you're creating. So there's just so many things that I left out of this example because I wanted to keep it simple, that I want you to know that even with the attrition, those things would make up for the attrition of the volume based on just using our compensation plan in a strategic way, which, like I said, you don't need to know all of those things right out the gates. What you need to know is what I shared in the forefront of this call. I just need you to have a little glimpse of like, this is life-changing. This can be something that you can figure out and that you can share with other people. And I feel like the term partner is going to be making it that much more accessible for people not to feel nervous. Number one, people just joining, they might not feel equipped or to call themselves a coach to feel like they're going to coach somebody else if they just started their program. Like, oh my gosh, who am I? They feel like they're going to be judged by their network by saying, hey, I'm now a coach, blah, blah, blah. But if they say I've partnered with this company body that I've been doing their programs for a couple of weeks and I feel absolutely incredible, they don't need to know all the facts. I don't need to know all the facts about the Stanley Cup. When somebody asks me, I'm like, I don't know, let me go check it out real fast. There's the pressure is taken away for me to share. I'm just sharing by my own experience. I really enjoy it. I've been drinking a lot more water and it's cute. So I feel like that will be taken away. And then the second tier, and this is the part that I honestly think holds a lot of people back, is yeah, sure, they're comfortable finally with sharing the products, but they feel really intimidated to be someone's like coach leader to show them how to do a business that they're just figuring out. And so they hold back sharing it because they're afraid they're going to fail that person. And I think it needs to be very similar to how we are with like the business, or I'm sorry, with the fitness programs, where it's like, hey, you're coming alongside me. We're locking arms more as success partners to figure it out together and to take this journey. And how much more fun is it going to be if we're doing it together, and lean more on us for the actual trainings and stuff like that. Take that pressure off of yourself to be like this mentor that should be getting paid tens of thousands of dollars. Like, you're just someone on that journey, and you guys get to get excited about hitting the next rung on the road to legacy and have these fun chats and get creative and talk on phone, just like how we all do. Like, we have our little groups of people that we talk to and throw ideas at, and it should be that way as well. It shouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, I've now got to coach people. I haven't even figured out what a team bonus cycle is. I want it to be this partner shift, to be the shift that you get out of your head about the fact that you don't know enough to just share from your own personal experience. If you've made $100 in this, in your legacy one, you are further than someone who has not hit legacy one. So you could help them to get to that next step. If you're someone who has hit legacy 5, you made $1,000 in this business, that's incredible. you can now help someone who's at legacy 1 be able to get to where you are just based on your own experience. You don't have to know everything. And so I feel like as long as we're staying in that mentality, we're going to have so much better of a chance to be able to help people to succeed because we're willing to get out of our own way. And I don't know, I'm very pumped about it. I'm very pumped about the road to legacy. I feel like keeping all of these things at play. Yes, rank is important. It is. It unlocks majority of our compensation plan. And if you're not an emerald, you need to get to be an emerald ASAP because you are missing out on saving volume and unlocking team bonus cycles. If you're not a diamond, girl, you gotta get to diamond as ASAP, but don't get there because you're plugging it with holes, like, or with filling holes. Get there because like you're genuinely sharing this and you're getting more bold and brave about what you do as a coach partner, and how excited you are about the future. So you're bringing people on that want to do that too, or that they just want to become an affiliate partner and focus on sharing what they're doing and making some extra commission here or there to cover their costs and to make a little extra spending money. So I'm sure I said something that is going to make corporate mad. I hope not, but I really just feel like very passionate about this. It is the #1 focus for me this year, is to help people to feel more equipped to succeed in the business side of this, because it has been such a blessing and because I believe in it. And I really do think that we're in a good season in Beachbody. I know we came out of a tough season in Beachbody, but I feel really positive about the future. I feel like we are in the midst of spring and things are changing and shifting. And of course, there's still work to be done. And I see comments about, oh, we should change it. Trust me, throw us the ideas, but I promise you, there's so many things that we've thrown at them and they are working at it, but we have to kind of do things, one thing at a time, work at it, chip away. But the goal is simplicity. The goal is effectiveness. The goal is to focus on the things that are going to create a ripple effect that have the biggest impact and to shift us away from some of the things that I think have not served us well. So I appreciate you all being on. I'm going to stop the recording. And if there's anything that you guys had questions on, I am more than happy to answer. Let me see. Yes, organic growth. Yeah, Morgan, you've been such a good example of building this way. Yes, income driven. All right. Nope. How can I figure out what level we are on? Oh, this is a good question. So the way that you figure out your road to legacy number is to sign into your coach office. And then let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. Hold on, I have my coach office signed in somewhere. There we go. Okay. So coach office, and then you'll see that little dashboard. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and say a couple things. Mine takes a second. All right, so you're on the dashboard and you can look over to the right, to the left-hand side, you'll see earnings. You click earnings, and then at the top, you'll see bonus period, total year to date, and then total lifetime earnings. The total lifetime earnings is what you're going to look at. If you have a second business center or a third business center, you have to go to each of those and look at that number and then add them together. Or if you have a spouse, for the road to legacy, we've been including its household. So if your spouse is enrolled and they have earned commission, you would log into their account as well. You would add them, and that would be your number. And then you would look at the road to legacy chart and you would figure out where your number falls. And that's your level. And then if you want to figure out if you have any rollover volume, saved volume, you would just go to the dashboard again, go to volume on the left-hand side, click on it. And then on the right-hand side, it will say my team volume on the top, and it'll say my carryover volume. You'll click the my carryover volume. and then look all the way to the right-hand side, the very top column, and that is your current, it'll say carryover LV, which is left volume, carryover RV, right volume. So carryover LV is your left leg carryover volume, carryover RV is your right leg carryover volume. And then if you actually have volume on one side saved up, the way that you can figure out what is in your bank account is to take that number. So I did an example of, okay, if you have your left leg, let's say, has 10,000 in carryover, you would divide that number by 200. And the reason why you would do that is because on the strong side, it'll take 200 from one side, 100 from the other, right? So that's obviously going to be the strong side because it has volume saved up. You would take divided by 200. So with the $10,000 or 10,000 example, that's 50. So 10,000 divided by 200 is 50. And then you would times it by 18, so long as you're a diamond, because that's what they get per team bonus. So there's $900. If somebody has $10,000 or 10,000 in volume there, it's $900 in income through team bonus cycles that's waiting there to be had. And the way that you would tap into it is for every 100 that you had on that right side, it would allow you to take advantage of pooling out the 200 to get that team bonus cycle. Does that make sense? So if you have a side with more, that's likely that's your strong side. So if you ever hear people say strong, weak, that's what they're talking about. And it's going to vary. And mine has actually flipped. Like I said, I had to build everything by myself. There's never been in 13 years, there's never been one coach placed below me. So know that like it is more than possible, no matter where you're placed, to do very well in this business. It's just going to be on you. It's like having, the way I compare it is like, you didn't choose the partners, or I'm sorry, the parents that you were born into. Some of you had incredible parents and they were like setting you up for success the way that I am setting my kids up for success. They were blessing you and all the things. Some of you had parents that just weren't quite equipped to help you, or, it just didn't work out. And we have to take responsibility at some point to be the one that does something about it. Or we can just complain that we didn't have great parents. But no matter what, if you look at any of the top earners in our business, majority of them did not have a strong leg, because if they signed up under their sponsor, and this is, I heard Moira Kusaba and Aaron Hopkins. So Moira is Aaron's upline. And as soon as Aaron was signed up and she was like slinging and crushing the business, what did Moira do? She flipped and started building the other side because Aaron is blowing things up on that side. So now she has this really great, strong leg. For her to take advantage of it, she's got to build the other side. So Erin has never had anybody placed below her. She's not mad at Moira for that. That's the smart business thing to do. You have to kind of get rid of that mentality of like, oh, it's just not fair. I'll cancel now and wait 6 months and you don't know. If you're a rock star, you're getting placed somewhere and the person is going to build on the other side. It's just the way it is. So we have to take personal responsibility. Everything, what I am so proud of is everything below me originated from me. And even as it grows away, it's like, yay, we did that. Like we did that. And we have this amazing story because of it. Yes, I do too. And then another thing that Erin did in her call that I liked as well, she had her coach, or had the coaches go to let's see, what'd she say? Oh, to full genealogy, just so you could see that there's not just your PS coaches there. There's actually coaches placed below you that are likely from upline or other people in your downline that you don't even, talk to on a regular basis. Those people, everybody in your full genealogy are people that impact your team bonus cycles. So it could be you searching through there. If there's like somebody who's a diamond or an emerald or whatever, maybe you can get in contact with them. You guys could work together on a group or something. Just feel like there are more than one way to kind of rally and build, excitement around this business. And some of you have some people below you that you've never talked to, and you could start a conversation, and not to say that you're like responsible for them, but it could be fun. All right. It's been 50 minutes. I hope my call was not. I think it's been 10 minutes we've been off. I wanted to keep it brief, but just know that I am going to take this, the foundation, and kind of grow from this into like a little bit more in-depth things, but I don't want it to be overwhelming. So I want to get you started. And then of course, like next week being focused on the customer side, I want everybody engaged with that. We have some really great speakers that are amazing at sales that I want you to tune into. So thank you so much for being on, and have the most amazing rest of your day. And we'll see you guys soon.